Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I offer my humble obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. Before reciting Srimad Bhagvatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Srimad Bhagvatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular attendance in the classes on Srimad Bhagvatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Kurve Gaura Chandraye Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Namo Pankajnabhaya Nama Pankajmaline Nama Pankajnetraya Namaste Pankajangriye. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. Today is a very, very auspicious occasion. It is the appearance day of our eternal mother, Mother Sita Devi, the consort of Lord Rama. And we are reading Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 7, Chapter 5, Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. Text 23 and 24. This is the core of our society. This is the core of Bhakti. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu Bhaktischena nava-laksana Kriyate Bhagavati addha tanmanyeditam uttamam. So we read this verse. Please try to repeat multiple times. That is the whole idea to memorize. If you have not yet memorized, I encourage everyone to please repeat, see and repeat, and then try not to see and repeat. And if you repeat every day 10-15 times, in no time you will be able to memorize this wonderful verse or verses. So let's start the purport of this verse. We did the translation yesterday, and it's a very detailed purport. So we can't certainly complete in one day. Maybe we can complete in 1 week. Let's see. Let's begin. Purport for 7.5.23-24. When Prahlad Maharaj was asked by his father to say something from whatever he had learned, he considered that what he had learned from his spiritual master was the best of all teachings, whereas what he had learned about diplomacy from his material teachers, Shanda and Amarka, was useless. Bhakti pareshanubhavo viraktir anyatra cha. Bhagavatam 11.2.42. This is the symptom of pure devotional service. A pure devotee is interested only in devotional service, not in material affairs. To execute devotional service, one should always engage in hearing and chanting about Krishna or Lord Vishnu. The process of temple worship is called archana. How to perform archana will be explained herein. One should have complete faith in the words of Krishna, who says that he is the great well-wishing friend of everyone. Suridam sarva bhutanam. A devotee considers Krishna the only friend. This is called Sakhyam. Pumsarpita Vishnu. The word Pumsa means by all living entities. There are no distinctions permitting only a man or only a Brahmana to offer devotional service to the Lord. Everyone can do so, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 9.32. Striyo vaishyas tatha shudras tepi yanti param gatim. Although women, Vaishyas and Shudras are considered less intelligent, they also can become devotees and return home back to Godhead. After performing sacrifices, sometimes a person engaged in fruitive activities customarily offers the result to Vishnu. But here it is said, Bhagavati addha. One must directly offer everything to Vishnu. This is called sannyas, not merely nyas. A tridandi-sannyasi carries 3 dandas, signifying kaya-mano-vakya, body, mind and words. All of these should be offered to Vishnu, and then one can begin devotional service. Fruitive workers first perform some pious activities and then formally or officially offer the results to Vishnu. The real devotee, however, first offers his surrender to Krishna with his body, mind and words, and then uses his body, mind and words for the service of Krishna as Krishna desires. So I'll stop here. It's a very long purport. We'll read in smaller pieces. Okay. So in this section of the purport, Prahlad Maharaj, when was asked, what did the best thing you consider? So he was thinking of his spiritual teachers, Narada Muni primarily, because that is the essence. And a pure devotee is only interested in devotional service. So we will be talking about the 9 processes of devotional service. Prabhupada will be explaining in a lot of details. But a few points which are important here is that it is for everyone. It is not for males, not for only Indians, not for only Americans, not only for rich people, not only for the 50 plus people. Every living entity, everyone can perform bhakti and must perform. And that Bhagavad Gita also, Prabhupada is quoting the same from 932, that anyone can become devotee and go back home, back to Godhead. And Prabhupada explains what is meant by sannyas, to engage the body, mind and words in Krishna's service. But in the last few lines of what I read, Prabhupada is explaining very, very important point. The difference between a fruitive worker and a devotee who is surrendered to Krishna. A fruitive worker offers something to Krishna, but the focus is, I will do what I want and then I will give a little portion to Krishna also. But my core would be what I like to do. Basically, pretty much on the level of karma, philosophy and doing that's like pious people. The major portion is me, my family, my job, my this, my home, but they may be acting little pious on the day of Janmashtami and give some donation, which is good. It is better than nothing. But a devotee's perspective, who is surrendered to Krishna, is totally opposite. He will see what is required by Guru, Sadhu and Shastra as Krishna desires. That's the main point, not as what I desire. What the Guru, Sadhu and Shastra desire, that's the main thing. His Holiness Sadhana Swami Maharaj says, if we think that I know what is best for me and I will engage in service what I think is best, not under the guidance of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, then he says we are in Maya. So that is still, if we want to do some service the way I want to do service, that is okay, but it is not the highest level of surrender. Highest level of surrender is Krishna, asking Krishna. Well, how we ask Krishna? Through the medium of our teachers, Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. How would you like me to assist you in Prabhupada's mission? So if we assist our senior Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, etc., then we are acting as per Krishna's desires. That's first class. One step lower is, okay, I will do only this service. You want me to do or don't? You decide. So it's okay. Say, okay, that's fine. Better than nothing, but not the ideal scenario. Okay. Would someone like to read next 1 or 2 paragraphs?
I can read, Prabhu.
Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam to everyone. We were starting Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, correct, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura gives the following explanation in his Tathya. The word Sravana refers to giving a real reception to the holy name and descriptions of the Lord's form, qualities, interroges and pastimes as explained in Srimad Bhagvatam, Bhagavad Gita and similar authorized scriptures. After really receiving such messages, one should memorize these vibrations and repeat them. Kirtanam. Smaranam means trying to understand more and more about the Supreme Lord. And Pada Sevanam means engaging oneself in serving the lotus feet of the Lord according to the time and circumstances. Archanam means worshipping Lord Vishnu as one does in temple, and Vandanam means offering respectful obeisances. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajimam namaskarum. Vandenam means namaskaru. Vandanam means namaskaru, offering obeisances or offering prayer, thinking oneself to be a Nitya Krishna Dasa. Everlasting servant of Krishna is called a Dasyam. And Sakhyam means being a well-wisher of Krishna. Krishna wants everyone to surrender unto him because everyone is constitutionally his servant. Therefore, as a sincere friend of Krishna, one should preach this philosophy, requesting everyone to surrender unto Krishna. Atma Nivedam means offering Krishna everything, including one's body, mind, intelligence, and whatever one may possess. One sincere endeavor to perform these 9 processes of devotional service is technically called Bhakti. The word addha means directly. One should not be like a karmis who perform pious activities and then formally offer the result to Krishna. That is a karma kanda. One should not aspire for the result of his pious activities, but should dedicate oneself fully and then act piously. In other words, one should act for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu, not for the satisfaction of his own senses. That is the meaning of word addha, directly. Anya bhilasha shunyam jnana karma anya vrutam anya kullena krishna nushilanam bhakti rutatma. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord, Krishna, favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called devotional service. One should simply satisfy Krishna without being influenced by fruitive knowledge or fruitive activity. I'll stop here, Prabhu. So, Prabhupada is explaining here very step-by-step process, and to understand a person like me to go through the various terms, what is a pada sevanam, what is archanam, what is vandanam, dasyam. So this verse is very much important person like me who is really going through the right now and learning the process, and I'm sure this will help me to understand and perform in the bhakti. Prabhupada ji is saying that Sravanam Smaranam means trying to understand one more about the Lord. Otherwise, you are not going to understand his transcendental qualities. Pada-sevanam means engage oneself to the service to the Lord feet. And how we supposed to do the archanam. And vandanam means you have to offer the respectful obeisances. And if you wanted to be always a servant of Lord Sri Krishna as a dasyam, and being a well-wisher of Krishna is a sakyam. Prabhupada ji is explaining here, and offering Krishna to everything, one's body, mind, intelligence, and whatever the one may possess, is called Atma Nivedanam. Prabhupada ji explained here. And one has to do all this thing without any fruitive activities. Otherwise, I don't think so. Your bhakti will be flourish. And if you are just doing only for the sense gratification, then I don't think so. It's you are going into the right path or elevating into this process of bhakti. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please add more. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, this is the explanation by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, who Prabhupada is quoting. Of course, we have read this multiple times, but this is the core. I'll just repeat a few lines which really struck me. After orally receiving such messages, one should memorize these vibrations and repeat them. So it really gives me a lot of hope, because I was always very interested in this, and here Prabhupada is directly quoting. There are multiple reasons we should memorize, and have made a small video which I'll share maybe tomorrow or day after, why to memorize and how to memorize. But Prabhupada is directly mentioning these vibrations, referring to Krishna's holy names, kirtans, shlokas, etc. So, please try, let's all try at least the important verses. And really interesting thing which I liked about here, Sakyam, Krishna's friend. We all want to be Krishna's friend. Yes. What is Prabhupada is explaining? Krishna's a sincere friend of Krishna. One should preach this philosophy. Because what does Krishna want? Krishna wants all of his children to come back home to spiritual world. That's what Lord Chaitanya wants. That's the whole Sankirtana movement. If we want to be friend of Lord Chaitanya, then what we should do? We should try to help him. Of course, the Lord does not need help. He can, deliver anyone and everyone. But he's asking us. He wants to give us the credit. So we can purify ourselves. So for our purification, if we do these activities, firstly, help ourselves by reading, hearing, chanting, all these 9 processes, but also take some time regularly to share. And Krishna will reciprocate. That is being friend of Krishna. So I really like that point. Really struck me. Anyone has other comments or questions? Okay, we will continue reading. Those devotees who didn't get chance yesterday would like to read the next 1 or 2 paragraphs. So Prabhupada explains we read next 2 paragraphs, and then Prabhupada goes one by one. First he's giving a general overview of what these 9 limbs are, and then he'll go more in details of these specific one at a time. So, would someone like to read, please?
Hare Krishna, I can read.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, devotees. The Gopala Tapani Upanishad says that the word bhakti means engagement in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead not of anyone else. This Upanishad describes that bhakti is the offering of devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To perform devotional service, one should be relieved of the bodily conception of life and aspirations to be happy through elevation to the higher planetary systems. In other words, work performed simply for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord, without any desire for material benefits, is called bhakti. Bhakti is also called Niskarma, or freedom from the results of fruitive activity. Bhakti and Niskarma are on the same platform, although devotion service and fruitive activity appears almost the same. The 9 different initiated by Prahlad Maharaj, who learned them from Narada Muni, may not all be required for the execution of devotion service. If a devotee performs one of these 9 without deviation, he can attain the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes it is found when one performs one of the process, the other processes are mixed with it. That is not improper for a devotee. When a devotee executes any one of the 9 processes, nava-laksana, this is sufficient. The other 8 processes are included. Now let's discuss the 9 different processes. Prabhu, should I stop here, Prabhu?
Yeah, you can read one more paragraph.
First one, Sravanam. Here, hearing of the holy name, the Lord Sravanam, is the beginning of the devotional service. Although any one of the 9 processes is sufficient in chronological order, the hearing of the holy name of the Lord is the beginning. Indeed, it is essential. As enunciated by Sri Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Seto Darpanam Marjanamaha. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is cleansed of the material conception of life, which is due to the dirty modes of the material nature. When the dirt is cleaned from the core of one's heart, one can realize the form of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ishwaram Paramaha, Krishnam Satchidananda Vigraha. Thus, by hearing the holy name of the Lord, one comes to the platform of understanding the personal form of the Lord. After realizing the Lord's form, one can realize the transcendental qualities of the Lord. And when one can understand his transcendental qualities, one can understand Lord's associates. In this way, a devotee advances further and further towards complete understanding of the Lord as he awakens in realizations of the Lord's holy name, transcendental forms and qualities, his paraphernalia, and everything pertaining to him. Therefore, the chronological process is Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. The same process of chronological understanding holds true in chanting and remembering. When the chanting of the holy name, form, qualities, and paraphernalia is heard from the mouth of a pure devotee, his hearing and chanting are very pleasing. Srila Sanatana Goswami has forbidden us to hear the chanting of an artificial devotee or non-devotee. Back to you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, Bhakti and Niskarma on the same platform, that is, the focus is Krishna, not good activities, not karma khanda, but completely free from fruitive actions. The only focus is to please Krishna. And then Prabhupada mentions that all these processes are very, very important. And if one sincerely takes shelter of one process and others are mixed with it, like for example, reading Bhagavatam, we discussed. Right now we are reading Bhagavatam, that is part of Sravanam, hearing. Reading means hearing also. It is going through the medium of our ears, and we are doing kirtan also. Kirtan also means, reading the glories of the Lord, His devotees, Prahlad Maharaj. So we are glorifying the Lord. Kirti means glory. Then it is also part of worship, because worshipping the book Bhagavatam, one way is to worship by putting in the altar and offering incense and other articles. That is fine. But for the book Bhagavatam, the real worship is by reading. Just think about, will Krishna as book Bhagavatam be more pleased when we put in the altar in a nice cloth and just move agarbatti and incense and flowers around in circles? Or will Krishna as book Bhagavatam be more pleased when we open and read it? So I think the answer is very clear, that reading is the book Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita is also worship. So in that way, all other forms also, when we are doing deity worship, we are singing Sansaradava prayers or Mangalarti or Guru Puja or that's Kirtan, and worship going on parallelly together, almost in all processes. And they don't go individually actually. Most processes are together, and Sadhu Sangha always is there. In most processes we do in the association of devotees. So it is totally fine. And then Prabhupada starts the Sravanam process, very, very essential process. Bhakti begins with Sravanam. And I think we all can agree to that. Hearing is the first step in Krishna consciousness. And hearing is very, very important step. Only when we hear, then only we can speak. Otherwise we will speak anything in mundane stuff. But when we inundate ourselves with Krishna conscious hearing, then what will come out is also Krishna conscious. But when we inundate ourselves with material hearing, songs and movies and this and that, then what will come out is that. So Shravanam, after Shravanam is Kirtanam. When we hear, we glorify. Whom? Vishnu. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Then after that, remembering, Smaranam. So Shravanam, Bhakti begins with Shravanam. Ears are the first organs which come. Even the child in the womb can hear. Every night when we sleep, our ears are still active. So that's how we hear the alarm clock and things like that. So there's still more purport. So without going in a lot of detail, let's first read the hearing section or Shravanam section. Would someone like to read or complete the Shravanam section?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, and Pranam, I can read.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, and Pranam. Hearing from the text, Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the most important process of hearing. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of transcendental chanting of the holy name, and therefore the chanting and hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam are transcendentally full of mellows. The transcendental holy name of the Lord may be heard and chanted accordingly to the attraction of the devotee. One may chant the holy name of Lord Krishna, or one may chant the holy name of Lord Rama or Narsingadev. Ramadi Muddesu Kala Nyamena Tistan. The Lord has innumerable forms and names, and devotees may meditate upon a particular form and chant the holy name according to his attraction. The best course is to hear the holy name, form, and so on from a pure devotee of the same standard of oneself. In other words, one who is attached to Krishna should chant and hear from a pure devotee who are also attached to Lord Krishna. The same principle applies for devotees attracted by Lord Rama, Lord Nrsimha, and other forms of the Lord. Because Krishna is the ultimate form of the Lord, Krishna is the Bhagavan Swayam, it is best to hear about Lord Krishna's name, form and pastimes from a realized devotee who is particularly attracted by the form of Lord Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, great devotees like Sukadeva Goswami have specifically described Lord Krishna's holy name, form and qualities. Unless one hears about the holy name, form and qualities of the Lord, one cannot clearly understand the other processes of devotional service. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that one chant the holy name of Krishna, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. If one is fortunate enough to hear from the mouth of realized devotees, he is very easily successful on the path of devotional service. Therefore, hearing the holy name from a name, form and qualities of the Lord is essential. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I summarize here?
Sure, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So here, Prabhuji, as you rightly said, the hearing, Sravanam, is the most important process of the nava-vida bhakti, because that is the reason God has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and the more we hear the nectar of the Lord Krishna, so what we have to hear and from whom we have to hear is also very, very important. As Srila Prabhupada has clearly understood that we need to hear from a pure devotee, a Shuddha Bhakta, and we cannot find pure devotee anywhere and everywhere. So we have to look at the parampara, if they are coming from a disciplic succession, and and of course how we try to choose the guru. Even the guru will choose the devotees. So here we can see that if we chant the Lord's name from a pure devotee, from a here Prabhupada is telling, in other words, who is attracted to Krishna's should chant and hear from a pure devotee who is also attracted to the form of Lord Krishna. But again, Srila Prabhupada also mentions that everybody has their Ishtadaiva. Some people may like the various, Krishna has innumerable incarnations. So some may be attracted to Lord Rama, Lord Nrsimha or any, but we have to chant with pure heart. That is more important. And also it is stated here that the Krishna's name, form and activities are not different. So great devotees like Sukadeva Goswami described Lord Krishna's holy name and also preached this Krishna consciousness, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took it further and made it every town and village. He predicted that every town and village will be singing Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So therefore, hearing from the holy name, form and qualities of the Lord and the leelas about his devotees is very, very spiritual, and it will give us a chance to go back to Godhead. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Please add.
Thank you, Prabhu. Let's complete the hearing section. Someone wants to read the last piece of it. Anyone who didn't read yesterday?
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees. Dandavad Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. In Srimad Bhagvatam 1.5.11, there is this verse: Tadbhag visarga jantagha viplabho yasmin prati slokam abhadhataya api namoni annatasya yasho ankitani yat savanti gayanti grinanti shadhabha. Verses describing the name, form and qualities of Anantadev, the unlimited Supreme Lord, are able to vanquish all the sinful reactions of the entire world. Therefore, even if such verses are improperly composed, devotees hear them, describe them, and accept them as bona fide and authorized. In this connection, Sridhara Swami has remarked that a pure devotee takes advantage of another pure devotee by trying to hear from him about the holy name, form, and qualities of Lord. If there is no such opportunity, he alone chants and hears the Lord's holy name. So should I explain up to this?
Yes, sir.
So here we see that the importance of Sravanam, that even the incomplete or improperly composed verses, but if it is coming from the mouth of a pure devotee, it has huge influence for spiritual progress. And that's why Sridhar Swami is telling that if we take the advantage of hearing from a pure devotee, that will give us the most benefit. And in this era where there is a lot of technological advancement, even we are physically detached, but we are more attached nowadays with Krishna Katha, because throughout the day, actually 24/7, somewhere here or India or Australia, 24/7 kirtan going on, as well as the lectures everywhere going on, and it is online, video, live. So it's a great, actually, one of the lot of drawbacks of Corona, but one thing is opened up, that we easily connect with the pure devotees and hear from them and make us blessed with the holy name of the Lord. Back to Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So, hearing, very, very important. We cannot overemphasize the importance of hearing in Krishna conscious movement. Prabhupada emphasized on the Bhagavatam classes in the morning, Bhagavad Gita classes in the evening, reading Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavad Gita every day. Reading is also part of Sravanam, because we are what we are doing right now is also Sravanam, Kirtanam, etc. There are a lot of verses in the Holy Scriptures about hearing. Shrunvatam swakatha Krishna punya shravana kirtana hridyantastaya bhadrani vidhunoti suhritsatam. When we hear the holy messages, Shrunvatam, all the impurities from the heart are vanquished. Yasyam vaishruyamanayanam Krishna paramapurashe bhaktir utpadyate pumsam shoka moha bhayapaha. When we hear the holy messages, bhakti utpadyate, the bhakti arises in one's heart, and three things go away: shoka, moha, and bhaya. Shoka is lamentation, moha, illusion, and bhaya is fear. There's another nice verse which I recently read. Sri Rukmini, how did she develop attachment towards Krishna? She had not seen Krishna. As Prabhupada is quoting this verse, Bhagavatam 1.5.11. By hearing the unlimited qualities of Krishna, Anantadev, one is able to vanquish all the sinful reactions of material and the entire world. And what happens? Attraction comes. Bhakti, Shraddha, Ratir, Bhaktir, Anukramishati. Three things happen. Yasya satam prasange mama virya samvido grinanti hrit karna rasayana katha tajoshanad apavarga vartamani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramishati. When we hear the holy messages, especially in the association of devotees, satam prasange, in the association of sat people, as Prabhupada is mentioning, pure devotees. So we are very, very fortunate that Prabhupada has built this ISKCON society, so much association of wonderful Vaishnavas. Association of holy books, we are hearing from Prabhupada every day. That's the association of pure devotee. So Shraddha Ratir Bhaktir, our faith grows, our attention, our attachment grows, and our bhakti grows. Let's see what Rukmini Devi says. Shri Rukmini Uvacha Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundaras Shranvatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Harato Vangatapam Rupam Drisham Drishimatam Akhilartha Bhut Labham Tvai Achyutai Vasita Chittam Apatrapam Me. Rukmini Devi said to her letter, in the letter to Krishna which she gave to the Brahmana, O beauty of the worlds, having heard of your qualities which enter the ears of those who hear and remove their bodily distress, and having heard of your beauty which fulfills the visual desires of those who see, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, just by hearing. Srila Prabhupada was very dear to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Why? Because Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said Srila Prabhupada loves to hear. Abhay Charana Babu Prabhupada, before sannyasa initiation, when he went to the Vrindavan Parikrama with his family, Prabhupada would focus a lot on hearing. So hearing is most important. If we go to holy place and we don't hear from the sadhus, it is not worth going the holy place actually. Same, hearing is very, very important. We cannot overemphasize the importance. So many verses, these are just few. So many verses come in the Bhagavatam, in the Bhagavad Gita about hearing, 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 hearing. So important process, because sound is very powerful. Ears are always active. And some devotees, in they sleep, they put some kirtan or lecture, and I know many devotees doing that. So if you feel inspired, you can also do. If your sleep is getting disturbed, then not a good idea. But if you try for a few days, see it works for you. If it works, great. Then whole night is Krishna conscious, because we are hearing. It's going in our subtle mind and subtle consciousness. It's going. The holy vibrations are going. It is purifying. Chetudarpana marjanam. So hearing is very, 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 very important process. We should hear more, as Sudhir Prabhu said, and speak less. I think I should follow that and let others speak. Sorry. Anyone has any comments or questions?
Hare Krishna. This is Bhadra. Dandavat everybody. Thank you, Subhavilas, for quoting all these verses. I can just add 2 or 3 points. One is about the Sravanam, hearing. All this Navada Bhakti is some person who are given the importance, just like Sravanam, hearing. Who is that? That is Parikshit Maharaj. Then we will talk about the Kirtanam. That will be the Shukdev Goswami. Like that, we will really, each one has that, and all the way up to the end is the Samarpanam, Atma Samarpanam. Last one, that will be Amrish Maharaj. Anyhow, that's one point. Second point here is mentioning is that why we are giving importance of this when we chant the holy name. We are giving importance of hearing. Why is that? Because we have repeat this again. We have gone through this before. We are repeating the same. Because it's Nama, Rupa, Guna, and Leela. And it is mentioned in the Purport. Srila Prabhupada mentioning. Because hearing the name of the Lord, because name is none other than the Krishna himself. So we hear then the Krishna himself will reveal the form, and Krishna will reveal us his qualities, and Krishna will reveal his pastimes, Leela. So this is very important, and that's why stress is given to hear when we chant here and this is applied to me. This is I'm talking because I apply to me too. So that's important. As far as Srila Prabhupada is concerned, you mentioned something about the parikrama. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj had a parikrama, Brajmandal parikrama, which we are doing the same path for last 34 years, 33, 34 years, anyhow. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj with his group, he was in Kosi, which is on the way from Delhi to Vrindavan. And they were set up there. They would set up the tents at different places. And he had, thousands of the Gaudiya Math followers with him. So one day, while they were in Kosi, they were going to go to Sesasai for the darshan. Sesasai, and there is another pastime, and I'm not going to go through that. So the announcement was that the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj will not go for in that walking, in that to have a darshan of Sesasai, but he will stay there. He will stay and he will give a class in the evening. I think it's afternoon or something like that. And whoever wants to go, they can go for the darshan at Sesasai, walking and returning. So Srila Prabhupada had come to visit. He was a grihastha, and he had come to visit there to the parikrama, to have a darshan and just go. So Srila Prabhupada decided that no, I will just stay here. My Guru Maharaj is giving the class. I would rather sit here. I would rather sit here and hear to him. So that was the Srila Prabhupada's qualities, and that's why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj had told about Prabhupada that this boy likes to hear me. And that's why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada had a full faith in this Abhay Charana. That he let him do whatever he wants to. He will achieve what is told, he will achieve. Just leave him alone. That was kind of mood Bhaktisiddhanta, because at that time there were many sannyasi. He was grihastha, Srila Prabhupada. It was sannyasis means big personalities, and here he was grihastha. So that is the pastime happened in the Kosi and Prabhupada. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Okay, so it is time. Umesh Prabhu has a question, but we will take that tomorrow in the interest of time. Today is also Sita Navami, the appearance day of Mother Sita, the eternal consort of Lord Ram. So I wish everyone a very, very happy Sita Navami. May our eternal mother shower eternal Krishna Prem, or the Prem for Lord Ram, in our hearts. So let's pray to Mother Sita on this special day. And for those who are interested, we are doing the live kirtan very shortly, and then we will be discussing some glories of Mother Sita also on this special day. So if you like, you can tune in via Facebook Live. Okay, so we will stop here and continue the rest of the limbs of Bhakti tomorrow. It's a Saturday, so Saturday means morning 9 a.m. Thank you so much. Grantraj Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. Sita Devi ki jai. Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhaktavind ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.